Hey YouTube, how you doing? This is Jerry here, and out for another walk in the park. Of course, that means taking a gun and looking for squirrels, blue jays, rabbits, anything else that is on the hunt list. So, another terrorist attack in New York. Funny. Not funny, but it's funny he blew himself up anyway, and nobody got hurt. So you guys, I'm going to give a couple of shout outs here in the beginning. So if you're into big birds, parrots, check out my wife's site at Sweet Pea on here on YouTube. It's just like it sounds, SWEET PEA, 2 words. And she's trying to get some subscribers, so I'm throwing that out there for you guys. Shoot to Kill Outdoors. James does some really good videos, and check him out. And if you don't watch him, do, and subscribe. And there's Ozark Air Gunner. He's another one. Makes some good videos. What do we got there? Is that a woodpecker? Yeah, I'm not shooting woodpeckers lately. They're off the hit list for a while. So, I'm not shooting them. So I did a video the other day on the zoom lenses for the cell phones. And that's what is on my camera right now. They work so good, it's crazy. So I'm shooting a punch breaker, .22. I'm shooting H&N Diablo 18-13s, I think they are. And we're flinging them about over 1,000 FPS. So it's got some knockdown power to it. And it is one cold morning right now. Ooh-wee. I didn't wear any face gear, and I have to say my face is freezing. Getting the sun make it a little better. So I'm up to almost 260 subs. That's a new high for me. If I get some of the guys that watch to start mentioning my channel a little, and we'll get some more. So the deer on the property, I haven't seen any in like 2 weeks. But that's kind of to be expected. And my neighbor, his property, across the middle of his driveway, well, across the middle of his whole yard, the guy that owned the property before him, I got 2 squirrels. They're pretty far away. Anyway, the property next to us, he, okay, I got one gonna run down this branch, I have a feeling. They covered up this creek bed that goes across this property with garbage and dirt about 25 years ago. And yeah, we've been here that long. And, well, it's decided to wash out now. And it's blowing all this garbage. I got a stove and a washing machine and a bunch of other crap down in our hauler, and it's just getting worse. And it's eroding away. It knocked our fence out, about 20 feet of our fence. And we have like this giant sinkhole. There's one right over there. Well, let's see if we can get a shot off at this guy. He's over there somewhere. I see him, but I don't see him. If that makes sense. He's gonna go up one of those trees, that one I think. Anyway, so we approached him yesterday and asked him to clean his mess up. And he's a city guy, you can tell he has no idea what he's doing. He's been dumping to fill this big hole, which is about 20 feet across by 16 feet wide. He's filling it up with leaves and dirt. I mean, leaves and pine needles. So every time it rains, it washes down into our side, and we have a drainage culvert, and we're afraid it's going to start plugging our stuff up. So we told him fix it, see what he does. If not, it'll be a court day. Well, I'm not seeing him. I saw where he went. I see one way up in the distance. I see 3 or 4 squirrels over here. I just don't see anything I can shoot at yet. They're pretty far away, all the ones I see. Well over the 100-yard mark. And the problem with shooting them is getting them. I don't mind shooting one on the other side over there, but I have to be able to get to it. So I'm going to pause this video. Well, maybe I'm not. I'll just keep going. I seen like 3 or 4 squirrels. None of them are really shoot-outable, but that's a good sign. It's really strange having no leaves in the trees. Well, we'll take a walk over here and look a little more. If we see him, we'll come back. So we don't really know what to do about our neighbor anyway. He's, right after we got done telling him, he acted like, oh, okay. I won't put this in here. And then about an hour later, I look out, and what's he doing? He's dumping more leaves and pine needles down into the hole. Doesn't make much sense. Knowing that it's just gonna, we'll just take him to court, or worse. Who knows? This is Arkansas. I haven't seen any rabbits, and I haven't seen any deer in a while. It's been about 2 weeks for the deer, and about 3 months, 2 months for any rabbits. I haven't even found any deer sheds on the property this year yet. Usually I find at least one a year. I haven't seen any this year. It's kind of odd. Got nothing over here at all. That's okay. It's a good morning for a walk. This is my alone time. I like coming over here and walking around. Yeah, there was like 3 or 4 squirrels off in the distance, but they've kind of vacated, so that's okay. The problem with shooting squirrels is it means I have to process them afterwards. So I've been kind of lazy. I've had numerous shots I could have taken recently, but the weather's just not cooperating. It's so cold right now. And and I like doing the heads and doing the taxidermy stuff. My wife says that we should stop and pick up animals on the side of the road that have recently been hit, and I should do their heads. Because like I haven't seen any coons on our property in a year, not since last winter. And I want to do a couple of coon heads. And we're always seeing them on the side of the road. So she said, I should just go, and my wife's a trip, just chop their heads off. She says, yeah, we'll just pull over. You can get out and just take one of your sharp knives and just chop off his head, and then you can take it home and stuff it. I love it. You can tell she's been in Arkansas a while. My wife's quite the woman. She built a 3-story house by herself. She did all the nails, everything. I think I'm the only other person ever when she's building a house that she let work on it. And she also crossed the ocean with me twice. We crossed the Pacific Ocean in sailboats. We spent a few years doing that. So, very fun, very interesting. Her and I have had some interesting stuff in our life. Well, nothing over here, so I'll start heading back over there. I have a couple of trees I'm going to have to cut down here pretty soon, before they fall on the road or some other dang thing. I hate cutting the old trees down because they're squirrels like them. Also today, I'm going to come up here. If you guys are into bushcraft stuff at all, I've got a bunch of old cedar trees on the property, and I'm going to see if I can collect some what they call fat wood, just for fun. If you don't know what that is, that's basically old evergreen tree branches that are full of sap, and you take the little pieces of that and it'll ignite really easy. And I don't know, really, I have no use for it particularly, but just want to see if I can do it, and if it works. I watched a few videos of bushcraft guys like the one that I talk about, Clan Bear Gun, and he does that, and it just kind of interests me. I want to get that, and I want to get a magnesium rod just for me. I don't believe that there's ever going to be a time in my life when I have to really worry about surviving outside my home, so I'm not concerned about that. I'm doing it more for fun. My hunting that I do is 99% on my own property. I'm never going to get to a situation where I have to build me a fire to stay warm. I get the stuff because it's kind of fun. I have a nice knife collection. It's not for survival or I just like the way they look. I wear knives on me all the time, and I have a hip knife and a pocket knife, and I like them. So yeah, 62, you know, at this stage of your life, you can pretty much do what you want and have what you want. I have to say, I'm retired. My wife works a few days a week, and I have to say she takes care of me. It's kind of a odd feeling, but it works. I have a bit of a rough time getting used to it, actually. I've worked all my life, and being 62, really my job now is to work on the property around here, and that's pretty much all I do. You know, I do the building and take care of the yards and water the garden, work on the trucks, all the stuff that seems kind of menial, but it's all stuff that needs to be done, so it turns into a job. She says, honey, I want this. So it's my job to figure out how to do it. So my compressor should be here today or tomorrow. That's a good thing. So if you guys don't know what that means, I bought a PCP compressor from Walmart. It's electric, it goes to 4,000 PSI for $176 with a 3-year warranty on it. Delivered to my door, no shipping, 176 bucks. And I looked at all the reviews on them, and I don't see any bad reviews about them. So, in my last video that I did, there's a link in the bottom in the description if you guys are interested in looking at that. Yeah, $176. You almost, if you have a PCP, it's hard not to own one. You know, especially if you're as old as I am. That pumping it up, you know, what I've ended up doing is I shoot my gun 10 or 12 times and then I pump it up because I don't want to, you know, go through the 30-minute pumping thing. You know, 15 minutes or 10 minutes is enough to about kill me. So, and you know, if I get a little extra tank, I don't even have to run my compressor very often. So we'll see. Right now I'm looking at, I want to get a different kind of a gun. Well, not a different kind, just a different gun. It's a lever action. I want a 25 caliber. So they're kind of nice. I like them. I'm going to do with that. It's made by Seneca, which makes the Dragon Claws too. They're South Korean guns. And I've done a bunch of research on it. It looks like a really nice gun. They're about 650 bucks. So that's kind of my next big purchase. Well, guys, I'm back to the house. There's the park. I'll let y'all go. Have a good morning. Thanks for walking with me. And I'll talk to you guys again later. I can make it turn off. Doesn't seem to want to stop here. There it goes.